Hey guys, in this video I will finally be explaining high value now, which are like precious gems. They can be quite rare. I may have came across a study saying that less than 7% of the female world population is high value. But reality, it may be even less than that. In this globalized modern world, let's not kid ourselves that most women are low value, and some may be medium value. And if you haven't seen part 2 and 1 of the high value women versus low value women series, please go check them out. I explain what a low-value woman is and look for signs and flags for them. I will put the link in the description below. Before we talk about where to find a high-value woman, we have to understand who she is at her core. Because it's not just how she dresses or where she works, which that can count too. What truly sets her apart is her personality, her energy, and her values. Also, looks and age is taken into consideration too, depending on what your type is. She leads with soft femininity. She speaks in a calm, feminine tone, not loud, aggressive, or vulgar. Her presence is gentle, not demanding. She doesn't compete with men. She complements them. She's graceful in conflict, not combative. You feel peace, not pressure in her presence. She has mature morals and long-term thinking. She isn't chasing dopamine, clout, or chaos. She's intentional about sex, relationships, and lifestyle. She values loyalty, commitment, and discipline. Her decisions aren't based on trends. They're based on principles. She guards her body, her mind, and her time. She operates with kindness and emotional control. She's kind, but not weak. She doesn't emasculate, belittle, or compete with her man. She knows when to speak to and when to listen. She brings peace, not drama. Even in disagreement, she stays emotionally mature, not reactive. So when we talk about high-value women, we're not just talking about who looks good in a dress. We're talking about feminine energy, deep morals, and loyalty in action.
Machine, but isn't sure how to use it. She is a bit shy and even looks around for help, but doesn't want to disturb anyone else. That's when this older man sees her and comes to show her how it's done.
I see.
He even shows her how to adjust the gym equipment so it's more comfortable for her to use.
Thank you.
The next day, she happens to see that older man again and shows him that the video of himself went viral. This was his reaction.
That's how many likes it got. How many? 1.2 million. Oh my god. So 10 million people saw it. 10 million people saw it. Oh wow. Yeah.
It's great to see this man so widely appreciated.
What were your thoughts about the video?
That was tough. Yeah. Brutal.
So I know previously you said that you thought abortion should be allowed all the way up until birth. Has your opinion changed on when it should be allowed at all?
Yeah, so all the way up until birth is probably, like, you're a bit too long in your pregnancy to allow that, because I can't even imagine how that would look after seeing this video. So yeah, my opinion probably changed a bit for how long it should be allowed. Yeah, the same goes for me.
What are your...
Between 26 and 40.
Can they be married?
No, I would not prefer.
Do you prefer a certain rate?
No, it can be any.
Minimum height?
I'm pretty small, so I think every man is taller than me.
How tall are you?
160. Not the same height, for sure not.
Can he be obese?
Look after himself, yeah.
Okay, so not obese?
No.
How much money does he have to make?
At least that he can afford his dreams in his life. Minimum per year. I'm always just thinking about months. Monthly, I don't know, like 3.
So 36,000. That's pretty reasonable. So we'll go 40. We'll just round it up to 40.
Yeah.
Out of the categories you selected, 13% of men that are in that category.
You're probably by far the most beautiful woman I've seen in a long time.
Oh, thank you.
I hope that's okay to give you a compliment like that.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, how old are you for my end? Do you have Instagram?
I do, but I have a boyfriend.
Take it as a compliment.
The first type of high-value woman I will be discussing is the random innocent young woman at your local cafe, bistro, restaurant, library, park, health store, retail store, fruit store, supermarket, or random small-town woman. The innocent working-class girl archetype is one of the most common and overlooked yet genuinely high-value types of women today. She doesn't flaunt herself online, and you won't find her chasing clout. But she often embodies humility, peace, loyalty, and femininity in its purest form. She's not loud. She's not viral. She's not chasing attention. She's the quiet girl at the local café, the bistro, the fruit shop, or the small clothing store. Maybe she makes your coffee, bags your groceries, or folds clothes behind the register. And while the world scrolls past her, what most men don't realize is, this woman might just be one of the last truly high-value types left. But keep in mind that this girl is usually very young, so she doesn't have very much experience, or knowledge, or wisdom. So because of this modern Western world, especially USA and Australia, she can be somewhat gullible or moldable due to society, so times can change as she ages. But in saying that those women are typically raised very well, and can be gems in the West, she's feminine by nature, not by performance. She works hard, stays grounded, and usually carries herself with humility. She's not posting thirst traps, she's posting nothing. She's not demanding the world, she's just trying to live in peace. Most of these women grew up valuing structure, routine, or family. They weren't raised to compete with men. They were raised to support them. How to approach her starts simple. Smile, show consistent respectful interest. Take the time to know her and for her to know you. And don't simp. Be genuine, calm, and real. You could strike a basic conversation about what we do for the rest of the day, hobbies or interest, basic or simple conversation. Offer genuine and calm attention, not flirty nonsense. She'll respect that, and most importantly, be a man of purpose. These women are looking for safety and vision, not games. Why most men overlook her? She doesn't flash, she doesn't brag, she doesn't beg for attention. That's why most men walk right past her. But the wise man? He stops, he observes, and he builds slowly. Because he sees what she's really worth. The working class girl might not be glamorous, but she's real. And in a world full of filters, drama, and betrayal, real is the new rare.
Welcome, my son and daughter.
Next, I will be talking about the Christian wife-in-training archetype, which is one of the most valuable but least modernized female types. She's rooted in tradition, faith, and purpose. Not swiping, partying, or competing with men, or trying to draw attention to Chad. She's not outside. She's not chasing trends. She's preparing for her future husband before she even meets him. This is the Christian wife-in-training, one of the rarest and most high-value women you'll ever meet. Raised in faith-based structure, often Orthodox, Catholic, or Christian. She values chastity, modesty, submission, and obedience to God. Her femininity is rooted in devotion, not attention. She sees her role as a future supporter, nurturer, and helper, not competitor or a value vampire. She prepares her spirit, her body, and her skills for marriage, not the modern dating marketplace. She often helps her family or volunteers in the church. May still live at home, not out of failure, but out of honor and structure. No clubbing, no OnlyFans, no BBLs, just discipline and dignity. She dresses modestly, speaks softly, and carries herself with humility. Doesn't believe in dating around, believes in courtship and long-term loyalty. Where to find her church communities: Orthodox, traditional Christian, rural-based. Choir groups, Bible studies, conservative homesteads, traditional faith-based colleges or homeschool networks, rural areas where femininity and family values are still honored. How to attract her. You must also be a genuine believer in Christ. She's not looking for swag or Chad. She's looking for structure and a God-believing husband. Lead with integrity, not lust. Build a life that can carry a wife, not just impress a woman. She won't approach you, she won't chase you, but she will honor you, if you're a man worth submitting to. And in a world full of rebellion, her obedience to God and purpose makes her one of the most valuable women you'll ever meet. Hey guys, now, I will be talking about the feminine fitness or athletic archetype woman. She's strong, she's disciplined, and she respects her body. She doesn't train for likes, she trains for growth. This is the feminine fitness girl, the athlete, the disciplined woman who moves with structure and purpose. But in a world where the gym is flooded with clout chasers and IG models, You need to know how to spot the real ones. What makes her high value? She trains for performance, longevity, and health, not attention. She respects consistency, delayed gratification, and mental toughness. She usually eats clean, sleeps early, and lives in routine, not chaos. You won't catch her posting thirst traps. She's not working out for the algorithm. Her discipline in the gym reflects her values in relationships, committed, focused, and reliable. Caution. The gym is oversaturated. Today's gym culture is flooded with fitness influencers of bait and attention-seeking girls. Many dress provocatively to collect validation, not results. These women may look feminine, but their energy is masculine and ego-driven. Be wise. Not every gym girl is a wife. Some are just glorified showpieces for the Explore page. Look for signs of modesty, humility, and focus, not who has the most followers. Where to find her boutique strength gyms, Olympic training centers, athletic clubs, sports club martial arts studios, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, MMA, sports academies, and track and field programs. These are usually less clout-driven and more about internal discipline. I also want to talk about gymnastics dancer girl, which is one of the most graceful and deeply feminine archetypes of all. She combines athleticism with poise, strength with softness, and discipline with expression, which makes her stand out powerfully in the modern world. She doesn't just move, she flows. She's flexible, poised, and deeply in tune with her body and spirit. This is the gymnast or dancer woman, the one who trains not just for strength, but for elegance, rhythm, and beauty. Why she's high value? She embodies refined, practiced femininity, not brute force. Every movement is intentional, controlled, and rooted in discipline. She expresses emotion through form. Whether it's ballet, contemporary, rhythmic gymnastics, or acro. She knows how to submit to rhythm, structure, and practice, traits that also reflect in how she relates to strong men. She's often emotionally intelligent, expressive, but not chaotic. Where to find her dance studios? Classical ballet, contemporary jazz, modern, rhythmic, or artistic gymnastics centers. College dance teams or conservatories, performing arts academies. Small, boutique studios with emphasis on discipline, not TikTok fame. What to watch out for? Not every dancer is high value. Some chase attention over art. Avoid the twerk for TikTok types or the club-based dance crowd. True dancer women train in silence, perform with elegance, and live in routine. If her dancing is rooted in self-respect and discipline, she's likely high value. Guys, one more thing too. In order to appeal to this niche, you also need to be an athletic or fitness guy as well. Like get involved in sports, gym, fitness hobby, or so on. The creative homemaker is one of the most underrated, yet deeply nurturing high-value archetypes. She brings peace, beauty, stability, and feminine warmth into the home, and she values her role as a supporter, not a competitor. This archetype is vital to highlight because modern society mocks homemakers, yet they often make the most loyal, emotionally intelligent, and relationship-ready partners. She's not chasing boardrooms, TikTok trends, or nightlife. She finds joy in creating a home, supporting her man, and building a life filled with beauty, peace, and purpose. This is the creative homemaker, the kind of woman modern feminism laughs at, but high-value men cherish. What makes her high value? She's not lazy. She's productive in a feminine way. She expresses love through acts of service. Cooking, decorating, hosting, nurturing. She finds satisfaction in giving, not taking. She doesn't need to compete with you. She wants to complement you. She believes in homemaking as a mission, not a fallback plan. Creative traits: loves to cook, bake, garden, paint, design, sew, or create. Often runs a side hobby like candle making, crafts, or recipes. Enjoys hospitality, setting a table, lighting candles, making others feel at home. Her creativity is rooted in feminine energy, not ego. Where to find her: farmers markets, cooking classes, artisan fairs, home decor shops, Pinterest boards, homemaking blogs, faith-based women's forums, rural or suburban communities where tradition is alive, traditional retreats, or conservative home circles. How to attract her: be a builder. Be a man with a vision. She wants to support, but not fix. Lead with protection, stability, and future plans. Show her you value her role, not dismiss it as just domestic. The modern world says, why cook for a man? The creative homemaker says, because I love him. She's not trying to be the man. She's building the kind of peace no man wants to leave. If you find her, don't waste her. build with her. This archetype was the classic women from the 1950s and 1960s stay-at-home wife. The quiet academic or student archetype is another rare gem in today's loud, overstimulated world. She's introverted, observant, and values thoughtfulness, stability, and depth over noise and popularity. This woman is often overlooked by modern men, but she has the capacity to become an extremely loyal and nurturing partner when properly led. She's not flashy. She's not in the club. She's quietly sitting in the back of the library, studying, writing, or reading. This is the quiet academic or student, one of the most underrated, high-value archetypes out there. And if you overlook her, you'll miss a woman of rare potential. She's disciplined, focused, and thinks long-term. Values structure, routine, and delayed gratification. She's not led by emotion, but by intellect and purpose. Often reserved, but emotionally loyal when she connects with the right man. Doesn't chase male attention. She respects herself too much. Highly observant, analytical, and detail-oriented. Likely has a strong sense of morality, logic, and personal standards. Usually introverted, she opens up only with trust and leadership. She might be socially shy, but is mentally sharp and emotionally deep. University libraries, campus study areas, academic clubs, debate teams, science or humanities programs, quiet bookstores, philosophy meetups, writing workshops online, niche educational forums, traditional student communities, or classical education circles. How to approach her. Be respectful, grounded, and purposeful. Lead with calm confidence. She'll trust clarity over flash. Ask thoughtful questions. Don't flirt. Engage. She's not impressed by loudness. She's impressed by depth, vision, and direction. The quiet academic isn't here to chase attention. She's here to build a future. And if you're a man with a mission, she'll follow you with grace, loyalty, and unmatched intelligence. She doesn't want to compete. She wants to understand you and help you win. Okay guys, that will be it for this video. I will have a part 4 coming out very soon, and in the next high-value women versus low-value women series. So I went over the random innocent young woman at your local cafe as a barista, bistro as a waitress, restaurant also as a waitress, fruit store, supermarket, and just in retail working class in general. I went over the Christian religion wife at the church, which is an absolutely diamond, the fitness or athletic woman, in the gym, a fitness class, gymnastic, or a sport or fitness hobby. The classic creative homemaker housewife, something that was common back at the 1950s and 1960s. The quiet academic woman, she is more so on the nerdy side, but also intelligent, strongly values education. In the next video, I will be going over the traditional foreign woman, the musical or choir woman, the artistic woman, and the intelligent builder in tech or science. I will also talk a bit about location, countries, as it also may matter too. Okay, that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for making it this far. Please press like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to keep up to date with my unique wisdom and knowledge. Leave a comment down below. Until then, I will see you in the next video.